What's up, fishies? Guess what? We're back to filming. This is season 2, episode 1. Now, before we go diving into this episode, which it's not going to be a long episode because I've got things to do before I have to go to work for a few hours tonight. But, first things first, if you haven't noticed, my teeth are whiter. And I'm beyond thrilled about this because I've brushed my teeth every day for years. You know, I've tried countless whitening products. Nothing works. So I kept seeing an infomercial for the High Smile V34 color corrector serum. And this really worked. It got rid of the dark stain that was right here in the center of my teeth. You can go back to my last video and see that. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Now, this claims that it will neutralize the yellow and bring your teeth back to a bright white. Now, for people with slightly yellow teeth, yeah, absolutely, this will totally take care of that. High Smile V34 color corrector. I'm going to include a link to the website, and it takes a little bit for the product to ship, get loaded and shipped. But once it ships, 3 to 4 days is what I've experienced, it comes in. Now, the next product from High Smile that I got that has got me to where I'm at now is Teeth Whitening Pat Plus Powder. This stuff is amazing. Okay? Listen to me. Amazing. I'm going to try not to get choked up, but it's seriously good stuff. I highly recommend it. Y'all know that I wouldn't recommend something if I didn't truly believe in it. And I mean, proof's right there. I mean, it's great. It's gotten my teeth whiter than they've ever been. And I love it. So, let's get into today's episode, shall we? Now, of course, I'm not paid by High Smile. And honestly, I really hope that, maybe I can get a sponsorship out of it. That would be cool. And I know everybody's anticipating Project Lily, but unfortunately, in the remodel, we have come across, I have an electrical issue, which means I can't run my welder. But this is what I've been doing so far. The remodel, of course, is getting the carport redone. And if you notice, it is square stock instead of wood. It was professionally done. I did not do it. I, however, have installed the metal going down the wall, the door, the side metal here, the metal here to keep the grass at bay, make it easier to weed eat. And of course, currently I ran out of metal, and I ran out of beam to finish this section here, because you see the gap at the top. That's going to be one of the projects. Now, just a little insight into what happened recently. Saturday morning, I sustained a mild concussion. My own doing, accidentally putting this beam up by myself. Now, you notice that right here, we've got these raised parts on the roof there. Well, originally, it looked like this. Granted, they were about that wide, and now they're that wide. Sorry, I'm trying to step up here. And yes, I know I need another coat of green in spots. And yes, I've got to pack that and repaint that, because this is actually the beam that was originally on the side of the carport. But today's video is making pickets. Show you how I did it. And it's all to make it match the new awning that I put up. This was actually an awning from my parents' old house down the road, and it was actually over the back door. Well, I decided to put it over my bedroom window to help keep the heating out and help keep my room darker so I can sleep. But I wanted it to match, and of course I had to rebuild all this back like it used to be. This is all new wood, 2x6s for that. The beam up top there, that's a 2x10. And this is the original bench with new backing board here, here, and an armrest in the middle where there wasn't one before. And I also built this wall here. Now behind the wood is my old back porch screen door. Took the glass out, took the center frame out, and this is the bottom half. This is the top half. I laid it on its side because it's the exact width of the frame down there. Then I used wood, some of the old metal from the side, and built a wall. And these trestles here were off of a neighbor's front porch. Cut them to length and painted them. And they are secured. But let's go over here and get into how I came to make the pickets. They're out of 2x4, like this one right here. This is my last one. Hopefully I will have enough to be able to finish the front, and may have to go get some more to do the side once I get that up. But there was a piece of the roofing, which this shows you the design. And all I did is I put the very top edge, just like that. Oh, get it on camera here. See the edge of the board there. Line it up. That side. That side, making sure the top stays flush. Then I just take my pencil, do my line here, do a line there, and then I measure how thick the beam is, and that's how long I need it. And once I did that, I cut one, and there's my template for all the rest of them. Now all I do, once I got my template, it's hard to do this. Should have called Mom, I guess. Had her come film for me. This is kind of a last second idea because, of course, you know, once I got all that done, it dawned on me that, you know, I could have been filming that for YouTube on how to do it. Hindsight is definitely 2020, folks. Definitely 2020. And of course, considering we still got that section down there to do on the side, and we still got to do the beam up there, that's going to be future episode for you. Of course, I could have I still have one shop light to install because I want one in this area here. So that'll be another video. Because I'm hoping that, I'll be able to get use of a shop building. But once you got your template here, you just line it up there. Make sure that you're even on the sides all the way down. And once you got it in place, take your pencil, make a mark, cut the length, cut your sides off. And once you've got all you need, what I did is I put them on the floor of the porch, side by side, lined them all up, broke out the white paint, gave them a few good coats, let them dry, turned them all on their sides, painted the sides, let it dry, flip it over, paint them again. Then I get my deck wood screws. And see how it fits up in there? And I make sure that the bottom is flush, which, yeah, it's a little off up there. It happens. But from a distance, you're really not going to be able to tell. And once it's painted, it's not as noticeable either. But screw that in place. Go on to the next one, so on and so forth. Now, once I get all of them done, I could come back, take the metal screw on the top side of the metal and drill it in there to further secure it into place, and even run screws right here attaching this to this beam. Now, this beam is attached to the frame of the carport with those screws. Now, they're good screws, but you have to pre-drill the hole first, because if you don't, it tends to eat up the self-driving portion of the screw. Makes it a little difficult to bite into the metal at that point. So yeah, you gotta pre-drill them. I'm not real happy about those, but I mean, you can get them at Ace Hardware. Of course, I don't know if you can tell, but got a new roof. Exciting. Over 20 years I've waited for that, and it's finally done. No more leaky roof for me. Yay! But that gives you a general idea of what we're going to be doing this season. Well, first half of the season. If I can find a shop that I can borrow here and there for a few hours a day to be able to plug my welder in, the grinder, everything, and be able to start working on Project Lilith, aka Lily, then we will definitely be getting on that project, because I really want to bring y'all that content. I know you're excited for it. I know I am. And there have been people that have messaged me about being excited about that. But we've still got quite a bit of work left to do under the carport as part of the remodel. The piece that I showed you, once I'm done with it, I have to climb up and put it there to prevent that from leaking. Because the young gentleman that did the carport, he kind of boo-booed on a few little things, and I'm sure it was just oversight, never having really done something like this before. And it wasn't cheap, folks. I promise you, it was not cheap. I won't say how much it cost, but it was definitely more than I anticipated. Uh, this area here doesn't leak, but I may put something over that just to fill that gap. I'm not sure yet. That may be another video. I still want to put, maybe a 2x6 here, because, or a 1x6, something, in this gap here, and attach another beam on this side and paint it, just to kind of hide the ugliness of the metal. You can tell I've just kind of slapped a coat of paint on it to kind of blend it in for right now. And I think I'm going to get a bracket to put here to flush that out, because I plan on putting a board here, and once the metal's on, there'll be another board like this that comes on this side, maybe a 1x6, I believe, and I will be doing that everywhere there's a post down the side there to kind of break up the white, make it look better. And honestly, I'll probably do pickets on this side as well. Not entirely sure yet. Of course, I'm definitely going to need probably another dozen or so 2x4s, probably 2 dozen. And right now the remodeling fund is running a little low, so I kind of just got to work with what I've got. And I mean, simple projects like this, they're really not as simple as you may think. And they're also not as complicated as you may think either. I mean, the work you see behind me with that and that, doing it on my nights off, it's taken me roughly a week to get as far as I have. And, so it's not that hard. I mean, if you know what you're after, it makes it a little easier. A lot of times I will sketch things out to do it that way. Sorry, I've got to bring the recycling trash can back. I almost forgot about that today. And yes, I can walk backwards pretty well. You never know when walking backwards can come in handy. Backing out of a situation that, you don't want to be a part of, you're scared to just turn and run. Walking backwards can help you out in that scenario. But we're kind of losing a little light here. Oh, I guess I could take you out back and show you some of the other projects that I've accomplished during the break. Well, flip the camera. Of course, I also still want to put that vent right up there to kind of help with the airflow. Oh, locked that from the outside, did I? I think it's that key. Hope it's that key. 1 second. Aha! It is. Yay. Cleaned all this back here up. Did some reorganizing. And of course, Miss Cricket is very upset with me. Because now that I put a fence between the garage and the fence, she can no longer stroll through the jungle. There's reasons behind that, and of course this right here is leftover piece of the trestle that I used. Redid some steps that were in bad shape. Hello, boys. And I also took the original back door of the carport and repurposed it for the back of the barn and made a wall back here. And yes, Cricket is very, very, very upset with me over this. Kids, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, whether they're human or fur childs, they all got attitude. You know, they're all gonna be picky. We love them anyways, though, right? You know. But I think that's gonna wrap it up. Well, actually, squirrels destroyed my beautiful elm tree. So that may be another video, is showing how to take a tree down. We'll get back to that, because I know I was supposed to have done a video on how to run a chainsaw. So I gotta get back in practice with one before we try that. But, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a short episode this time around. You know, we're generally going to try and make sure that our videos are at least 30 minutes long. Like I said, if you want whiter teeth, go to highsmile.com. I mean, I don't have any promo codes, but they're always having some kind of a promotional sale. The products, they generally run, I think, about 25 a piece, I think, but I mean, it's worth it, folks. It's worth it. I mean, I can't say enough good things about the product. I really can't. I mean, I'm very happy with the results I've got. You know, I'm hoping, you know, with continued use that it will improve more. And I'll flip the camera back around here just so you can see the product really well. They're both from High Smile. Screenshot that if you want. $30 for the color corrector, and it's 2 minutes with the powder. Like I said, great products. I will definitely continue using them. Go get some for yourself, give it a shot. I mean, you could even look up their infomercial. I mean, but if you have really darkly stained teeth like I did, you know, it's not going to work exactly like the infomercial says, but it does work. I mean, like I said, you know, I'm happy to have whiter teeth than I've ever had in my life. be sure to go check them out. Like I said, this isn't a paid video by any means. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they paid me. That'd be great. Because your boy needs the money to be able to keep funding videos. Because, like I said, you know, the funding account is running low thanks to remodel. I'm essentially out, actually. Not asking for money. You know, you want to be a sponsor. You know, I don't know how all that works. I have no clue. You know, if you've got a product that you know you want me to test, you know, email me at somethingfishystudios at yahoo.com, I believe. I think that's it. I don't know. I say it in other videos. It's been a while, and I do apologize for that. Uh, you know, the roof, it took them 12 hours on the roof. And the company, the young man that did the carport and porch, it was supposed to have taken 3 weeks, which, you know, would have got us back up and filming had I not run into the electrical issue that I'm not real happy about. I ain't got the money to get resolved at the moment. But we're back. I mean, it's a little bit different than last season, different from what we were supposed to do this season, but I do promise you, we are back. We are going to be filming, and you will be getting new episodes. Right now, it may not be an episode every day. I'm filming this one on the fly right now, so trying to get more videos out there, and hopefully we'll be back up and full running every day soon. Until then, much love. Have a blessed day, everybody. Peace.